All right, welcome to You For Real, the realest podcast in the city. Y'all know what it is. This is Vanessa.
I'm Tiana.
And I'm such a Dolly Deja.
This episode is sponsored by Fourth and Long. 20% of the proceeds go to schools for children who cannot afford to play sports. So make sure y'all grab your merch.
Yeah, we're going to link it down below, so fourthandlong.com.
Yes. And today we have two guests with us. I want you guys to meet Chris and Nikki, a.k.a. Mr. and Mrs. Black Wall Street.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, we're
It's
excited
an
to
honor.
have you.
Thanks for having us. Yes, appreciate it.
Yeah, so a little bit about Chris and Nikki. They have a couple of their own businesses here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, kind of branched all over. So we wanted to bring someone to the podcast to kind of tap in and talk about what it's like being businessmen and businesswomen. You know, try to put a little game on the upcoming generation and even those that are interested in starting a business. So I guess we'll kind of let you guys speak freely and open, share what you want to share, and then at the end we'll ask a little specific questions that we have for you both. So what can you tell us about, I guess, the beginning to end, how it's, well, not the end, it's not over with, how it started with, you know, starting STARZ and then starting your facility as well. Like, can you tap in on that?
Okay, that's starting STARZ.
Well, you know, I have family here in Wisconsin, in Green Bay, actually. We came down for 4th of July one year, and I was kind of tired where I was at, you know, down south. It was just, things was tightening up. You know, money was getting kind of tight, and it was just time for a new beginning. And much as I love that area, you know, because it was my comfort zone, like, it was just time for me to go. I had to, like, it was just pressure. Like, I just felt like the need to, we gotta go. Mm-hmm. And I came down for 4th of July, and my cousin was like, yo, bring your clippers with you. Like, man, I'm on vacation. I'm not coming to cut. But I'm like, you know, I'm a barber. All right, cool. I bring my clippers, and I'm at my auntie house, and he, no lie, he telling the people in the block about it, like, yo, my cousin in town cutting. And you would thought the house was a trap house. They was lined up, literally trying to get haircuts.
Oh, wow.
And it was like God was just showing me, like, yo, this is open. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I began to just really look at it, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So on the way back, we driving back down south. I'm like, yo, you know, it's kind of looking like, it's looking like there's some bread there.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? And we kind of like talked about it, you know, and you know, prayed about it, talked to God about it. You know, it it was scary. It really was, because when you leave your comfort zone, mm-hmm. and that a lot of people don't understand that that's the biggest part of success. Is really leaving your comfort zone. Mm. We get so caught up in where we at that we think, and I think that's what makes the tricks our mind to be like, we waiting on somebody to bring it to us, because we don't think that we're supposed to get up from where we at to go get it. We're waiting on somebody to bring it to us. Mm. And so that's what traps a lot of people with that mindset. It's like, yo, I want to go do this. I got this big idea, but yo, I got this here. I can't let this go. I can't. And then when you begin to count the cost, what you're trying to hold on to ain't even worth even the possibility that you're gonna have if you step out. Mm. So we talked about it, and I called back, you know, talked to my family, like, yo, give me 30 days. I just need 30 days to lay my head. Okay. And we're gonna be, you know, my aunt was like, yeah, come on back. I went back to the work, 2 week notice, yo, I'm out.
Period.
And literally, and I got my son and my nephew, he came out with me, and I drove back and stayed with my aunt. Got me a crib within 30 days, and it was up from there. I started working at, the first shop I worked at was Executive Cuts. Shout out to Dre, he in Milwaukee right now, but he was the first shop I actually worked at in town that kind of like gave me that, you know, that welcome. Be honest, when I went back, I think what really did it the most, when I went back home, I had brought some cards with me when I came down for 4th of July. Okay. And I had passed out a few cards.
Oh, okay. Like business cards, okay.
So when I get back, Dre hit me up. I had talked to Al over at King's before I left. Mm. We had kind of talked. He had room for me. And then like a couple other shops was trying to hit me up. So I kind of felt like a free agent. So it was like, yo, like, it's the bread. Like, where money at? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we came back and I got with Dre, and it was like stuff just started to just climb up right there. But then once again, old winter came around and it started to snow, and we was like, nobody told us about this damn winter like this.
Dang. Where from South y'all from?
We moved from Terrell, Arkansas, or Marion, Arkansas at the time,
Arkansas.
But I actually graduated from a small town, Terrell, Arkansas. I'm originally from the west side of Chicago, but when I was a junior in high school, my mom moved me down south because, you know, how it is on the block, you know, you're getting to hang with different people and all that. She was trying to keep me from that, which I'm grateful because a lot of my guys, man, they ain't around no more, or they behind them bars, you know. Or if they is out, they still on the block, not doing nothing, you know. So I'm grateful for that, you know.
Thanks.
But
Shout out to moms.
I'm grateful because I met you.
What you want?
So were you two both originated from Arkansas, or like both from Chicago?
I met her down there. She's from down there. Like I said, I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I moved down there, quick story.
Got
check
you
this
some
out.
flavor.
Get the tea.
Get the tea right here. Right. So I get down to the town, right? I'm on the block. I'm on the west side of Chicago. So I have this mentality that you can't tell me shit. Literally.
Period.
Get down there, country hillbilly ass town. I'm talking shit. You know, I'm from the west side. This shit is country. They still got pigs in the yard. Like,
oh damn.
Some people, not her. I'm talking about deep in the country. You know what I mean? You have people still have, like deep in the country, people still have, they live like that. So crazy. I'm like, man, this shit crazy. But the town we was in, it was decent, you know. But we get to school, so you know how it is. We get to school, new face on the scene, get much attention. So everybody like, who is this joker right here? Like, from
style be different.
No, I was a bum, no lie. I was straight. I ain't had no bread. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But my swag was, I had a look, you know what I mean?
It's different. Chicago style different for sure.
So, but I'm talking, and my mom and her mom was good friends.
Wow. What are the
Straight
chances?
up, right? My mom and her, because my mom was originally from down there.
Yep.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean? Yeah, my mom was originally from down there. So they kind of grew up together, my mom and her mom.
Yep.
And so, first thing, we get to school, boom, we go to church. They invite us over for dinner. They want to see me. Everybody want to see Chris. So I get to the house, and we talking this and that. So I get to school the next day. She the one told every girl in the school, don't talk to Chris. He said he can have any girl he wants.
She did not.
Cock block, 10th degree.
He talked much shit. Listen, he talked so much stuff, guys. The whole
who
time,
ended up
I'm
with me?
from Chicago. I can have. So I'm giving all my friends heads up. Listen, he
And
said
they
he can
all
have.
still wanted the boy. You hear me?
Man, but
I'm
she
deceased.
snatched you up though.
Quickly.
Quickly.
Not too much I heard though. You
Right.
cried.
Not too much.
Quickly. But no, that was, and that's what that was. So we came back anyway. We came back up here. We had moved back down south. And then it was like, fuck this shit getting back tight. We came back 2013. That's when I came back and started kicking back with Al at King's. Shout out to Al. And then working with him, I just kind of had the mind just want to get my own. And so I had talked to Al about like, yo, man, I'm finna go to get out here in a couple months, whatever. You know, me and Al, we ain't never had no beef with that. I just kind of wanted my own thing. I saw an opportunity. And I just reached out and I saw the building over by Lambeau. Crazy thing, kid you not. A lot of people don't even understand how I got this building. I got this building on Craigslist. Right? Dude said he had just got the building. Right? And so talked to the man about it, whatever. And I go email him, hey, can I meet you at the building? He emailed me back, yeah, get the building. Talk to him about it. Hey man, I like you. He signed the contract. It's been up.
Oh wow.
Right? So we started doing that, and I got it myself. I ain't had nobody in the shop with me. The first person that came in there with me was Sterling, which he now has his own shop, Get a Cut, over in Oneida. And so he's still Team STARZ. That's how I go.
Period.
We still, that's how
Family.
we rock. Yeah, we always gonna be family. And so from that, they kind of branched on. She was working at a place, and she wanted to do her thing.
Yeah.
Alley-oop.
Yeah, so tell us about your own thing, Mrs. Black Wall Street.
Well, I love helping people. And so with the job that I was doing down south, I was helping behavioral children. And then, I started doing a nursing home. I love children and I love seniors. I just love them. And so I'm working at a place, I'm not really liking it. And I was like, I can do this myself.
Period.
And so I began to research and ask questions on my own, trying to get it. It takes a long time. It's still hard for me to get a lot of answers. But hey, I'm still going. But I happened to run into a lady in a store, and I was telling her what I was trying to do, and she gave me a number to call, and I called that number and I talked to another lady that was doing it, and she told me my first step. And our first step, I did that just like that. That was actually, which was a sacrifice for the family.
Oh, really?
Our very first step in this business of Kimbrough's or family homes. Our first step was, we actually had someone to come stay in our home with us as a family.
Oh, like a patient, like a client.
A client.
In your real
in
household.
Our natural living.
That's the first step?
Location.
Wow.
That was the first step that I wanted to take.
Yeah, okay.
Because I told my husband that I'm ready to start making money while we're sleeping.
Okay.
So if I have a patient, they sleeping in our house, but we're making money.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was the first step that I wanted to take, and that was really hard for the family to basically adjust to the kids. And finally, they got it, and we went from there to, I said, when the other side of this duplex opened up, I want it.
Oh, okay.
And he was looking at me like, okay. He never denied anything. He never denied me. He said, if we can do it, do it. Because he know that, how
passionate you are about wanting this.
Yes. And so, you guys, it's crazy because it wasn't even 90 days.
Oh, wow.
The neighbor said that they found them something else.
Oh.
And I said,
Look at God.
That's crazy you say 90 days because I have a rule that a lot can happen in just 90 days. Every 90 days, I achieve the goal that I put myself through. So, I have a thing with 90 days. That's crazy that you said 90 days because, that really hits. Like, in 90 days, I've had great things happen to me in that short little period of time. And that's great for you guys.
Yeah.
So, you guys are, how many businesses you got now? You got
Total in Brown County, 10.
And just Brown County?
Dang, y'all, if y'all know Green Bay, you know Green Bay's small. Brown County is small.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was that was a sacrifice. Even I got nervous after she told me she was going to move. Because, come on, that's more money, that's more bills, that's more everything. So now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have spoke that. And he said, nope, you said it. We're not stopping. If I have to work longer hours, I will.
Aww.
If I have to do that, we never got a loan from no one. We never asked no one for no money. Yet it's still today. We still haven't gotten a business loan. We still haven't gotten no grants. Like that stuff now that I'm basically getting into to figure out. Because I'm trying to do everything else, But even with the business growing, trying to get a good team, a good staff and everything, people want to work for nothing. They just want to come be a body. And so that's a task, So, we here. Yeah,
y'all doing it. So how did COVID kind of have an impact on both?
Honey, I thank God for COVID.
She said thank God.
For Kimbrough.
Yeah.
Because with COVID, I was able, because with one job closed, I was able to focus. So You know, sometimes everything's going to happen for a reason.
Right, facts.
Right. But when he caught COVID and I thought he was going to leave me, man, I had to push back.
You actually caught COVID?
Oh, my God. When it first came out, you know, he lost weight and everything.
That was the beginning of my weight loss journey.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So how was that
for you?
ever
since.
So how was catching COVID for you personally, but then also for your business, for the STARZ?
The crazy thing about me personally catching COVID, it was rough because it was scary because, you know, you've been hearing so many people die and, you know, COVID just traumatizing, you know what I mean? So I remember when I realized I had COVID, I was actually in Chicago, right? You know me, I'm always out of town doing something. So I had told my dad in Chicago, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come down there and kick it with you this weekend. We gonna, nice little setup. Cool. So we go to Chicago. My head, the night before, it was something. We end up, we just got a room. We do this sometimes. We got a room around the hotel right here, just kick around here somewhere, you know. So we had a room at the hotel, and then we end up leaving that morning going to Chicago. But my head was hurting me, and I'm like, damn, I got a headache. Like, get a Tylenol. It's never really just dawned on me about this COVID stuff going around. Mm-hmm. So we on our way to Chicago, whatever, and we stopped by a Cheesecake Factory. And you know, they already got the mass situation going on in the Cheesecake Factory. So you go in, and I'm like, damn, but my daughter had told me she was sick. So I'm like, go get tested. So she went and got tested. So I was sitting at Cheesecake, I'm like, you get your results yet? She's like, hold on, let me check. So I'm FaceTiming her. She's like, yo, Dad, they positive. Immediately, nigga, you got COVID. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, yo. And then she'll tell you, I'm a sucker when I'm sick. Like, I'm a biggest baby ever.
Why are
all men right?
Why are y'all like this?
Having me, like, we work hard. We deserve that time. Like you gotta understand something. Understand something. Number one, if a man... See, I know there's a bunch of women here, bro, but I gotta be real. Like, if a man really shows you his emotional side when he's sick and doing his vulnerable moments, that man love you. Mm-hmm. It's hard for a man to do that.
I agree.
In any stage of his life. So if a man is able to actually be like, yo, and act like a baby, that man loves you. Mm-hmm. Don't take that for granted.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So, but when I called her and came back, I'm like, oh, that's money I'm finna be losing and all this stuff. But it was cool because I always stayed positive. And in my mind, and it sounds cliche, a lot of people say this, you know, but I really feel like in my heart, I'm chosen because so much of my life has transpired. So many people have, like, I've been lied on, I've been talked about. So much has happened in my life, but it's crazy that everybody that have ever crossed me, God has always had to be like they've done worse. And even today, like, they're not doing good. She's a witness. I tell you all the time, like, do not cross me. God don't like that. Like, I'm being honest. I'm chosen. I feel like I see it. It's things that happen in my life. Like, I can speak some. The place where we stay at right now, I drove that area a couple years ago. So, man, I want to stay here. We stay there now. Mm-hmm. I want to shop on the east side. I got to shop on the east side now.
Yes, you do.
Hey, we need to get several of these group homes. We got several group homes. Mm-hmm. It's just like I put the emotion in. It's like, God, you know this. Because I promised God when I was a shorty growing up and like literally not having nothing, I'm like, God, look, if you bless me with this bread, I'm going to bless your people. Like, I see how people do things and I see how people act. Mm-hmm. And that's why you see people see me give, like, Chris, such a giving person. Man, I know what it feel like to be at the bottom.
Yeah, facts.
I know what it feel like not to have none. I know what it feel like to be in a house when you get a knock on the door and the landlord finna board that motherfucker up while I don't know if we can cuss. Can we cuss?
Yeah,
like,
cuss.
The landlord finna board that motherfucker up while you in there. See, like, people don't know my life, so they see me now like, oh, Chris, he's this, he's always gone. Hell yeah, I'm gone. I deserve that. Mm-hmm. Like, I worked 4 jobs one time in my life so she can stay home and raise the kids. Mm-hmm. She didn't work. Mm-hmm. I was working 4 jobs at one time. 2 full-time and 2 part-time. Just so she can stay home and raise the kid because we done lost more money with her working and then daycare. We was having stair-steppers. I was popping them.
You don't even think about it like that. That's a good point. So you putting people on, put them on.
You hear me?
Chris.
I'm just saying.
Tell
like,
them. I feel you. Tell them though.
Like we was having, I'm popping them. Bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, popcorn. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with it. I'm going with it. We got 2 kids stay the same age for 12 days. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So when that thing stopped, red light?
What that mean?
I was green light.
What that mean? That don't mean nothing.
How would you
Tell him.
Hey, look, red means stop. When that thing go from red to that nice little pinkish, I'm Gucci. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Oh, wait, I'm deceased. I tried not to make me laugh.
No, but and then even when it comes to the business side, I told you, like, I'm chosen, I'm blessed. The buildings that I have, shout out to my, it's good to make connections with people and really be honest and sincere and take care of your business right, because when the state of Wisconsin shut down, I had just signed a lease to my east side 3 days prior.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So I'm like, oh,
that sucks.
shit, what'd I just do? Like, what's going on now? And it really spooked me. But she'll tell you, I'm like, you know what? I'm a dog. Watch this. We finna get to work. And I sit back, talk to this, and again, I tell you all the time, she is really the brains of this thing. Like, I'm just a muscle. I sit back and I'd be like, yo, what I'm doing? And she'll sit back, okay, hold up, let's do this. We'll take money from here, take money from here. This, okay, we're gonna put it here, we're gonna put it here. We're gonna hold off on that for like 10 days. We good right there. So, like, it wasn't for her, man. If I did have her, it'd be gone right now. For real.
So you saying you need a good woman by your side?
You gotta have a good woman by your side.
Say it again.
You gotta have a good woman by your side. Let me tell you, like, honestly, like, again, I'm the outspoken, but this woman here, man, does everything for me. And it's crucial because I hear a lot of people, like, I hear the chatter, like, Chris always putting his wife up, or Chris this, that, and the thing. Oh, they arrogant, they cocky. Do you know how much this woman has done for me? Like, why the fuck wouldn't I?
Right.
Period.
Like, let's be real. Like, if I get in any jam, who I'm calling first?
Wifey.
Why wouldn't I put her up? Why wouldn't I spoil her? Why wouldn't I do this? Why wouldn't I? If she got my back when nobody else have it.
Period.
Speaking to me.
We need you to come off.
No, we gotta be real. See, what happens is,
real.
back in the days when I came up, you had old heads that would pull you to the side, like, hey, young blood, get your shit together. Like, you got a good woman, or you need to treat her like this, treat her like that. Mm-hmm. Now you got old heads who like, man, I want to fuck that bitch. Come on over here. Look, bro, like, if he ain't got no going for himself,
okay,
why the hell is you following him?
Tell him again.
Okay.
You know, y'all really remind me.
Let me stop. I get too deep.
No, keep on
continue.
But y'all really, a lot of people think the idol couple is like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know, they billionaires, they got estates, all that. But y'all really remind me of
Beyonce and Jay-Z right here to me.
No, y'all remind me of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
Oh,
because that's what, but if you look at all of Barack's speeches, he always points out his woman, how she's the brains behind this, how she's kept him going, how she's nurtured him and helped him. And meanwhile, he's the outspoken one, right? Yeah. He's the elect. He's the president at the time. He's still my president. But you know what I mean? Like, people see Barack, but he always makes a point to give his woman her flowers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, she is the brains behind this stuff. You know what I mean? And a lot of men don't give their women their flowers. So I really like to see that, because a lot of people not honest like that. I'm
gonna be a buck with you, and I'm gonna say this from the camera. I hope y'all looking when I say this. I don't give 0 shits. I'm gonna be 100 with you, and she'll tell you. I can be riding down the road and hear a song and think of my life without her and go to crying.
Oh, babe.
She know, I'll be like, and I'll tell her like, yo, look, I gotta go before you, bro. I ain't gonna be able to handle this, like, because when you understand, like. And my mom died a couple years ago, and I heard somebody say this on IG, and it resonated with me so good. And she says, I think it was Laura London, Nip girl, Nipsey Hussle girl. Mm-hmm. She said, when you sit on the front row of a funeral, it gives you a new perspective on life, right? Because when you're on that front row, that means that's somebody close to you.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
You get a new perspective on life. Then you realize, like, yo, we really can leave it any day now.
Facts.
So
give me chills.
So if I look at it like this here, and we both, and she's taught me, like, and I say it all the time, like, she taught me a lot, like, honestly, taught me a lot as being, like, just how to love. Because mentally I'm a goon in the head. Like I don't know how to receive love. For years I didn't. I took it for granted. I used to ask her, why the hell is you still with me? Because I didn't know how to receive it. I was quick at the mouth. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's how it was, but then she began to, yo, calm down. Like, and one time we got into it, and I'm gonna be real, we got into it, and she said, why you keep coming off on me like this when I'm really the one who's showing you how much I love you? And I looked at her like, yeah, you didn't have to do me like that.
Oh, you thought you ate.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, dang, But then as a man, I had to put the ego to the side to come back and say, yo, I'm sorry, you want to rub your feet, you want to rub your back or something,
Or something.
Come on.
Or something.
The other side.
Massage your back. Massage, hey, fellas, quick trick. Massage always leads to other things.
If you know what you're doing.
Ooh. Emphasis.
Fam, look, you better.
You can't go beating nobody, no back.
No, it's caressing.
And then they try to do the old one hand.
Yeah, lazy.
I hate the lazy.
You gotta caress that woman. Let her know who she is to you.
Yes. All right, you guys. So that is just going to be part 1. We're going to have 2 part 2s of listening to Mr. and Mrs. Black Wall Streets, to get some business tips and also just some, as you can see, some personal life tips that we all need. So we're going to end this part 1 here, and we want you guys to tune in to YOUFr. Follow our YouTube channel at YOUFr_, Instagram at official YOUFr, and we will be back right away with part 2.